Welcome to another installment of 2 Minutes of Torah. Although I admit sometimes I go a little over 2 minutes. This week, the Torah portion Emor begins with instructions to the Kohanim, but then in chapter 23 is a section that we read a few times throughout the year, the calendar of sacred time. And it all begins with discussing the Shabbat, which is really the anchor of the Jewish calendar. And when talking about the festivals, the phrase that's used in our Torah reading is Moadei Adonai, the set times of the Lord. The word moed comes from the same root as the Hebrew word edut, meaning testimony, or as in the phrase ohel moed, the tent of meeting. But both of those phrases, that really implies a coming together. Coming together was an integral part of our sacred occasions. The very word chag means a pilgrimage. And so as we go forward in these very strange times, we're all wondering, when can we truly come together again? Businesses are contemplating, do they open? Do they not open? When will it be safe? We want to safeguard life, but at the same token, we understand that life is inherently risky. So life, I think, is not just about the biological. Life is not just built on cells, viruses, and antibodies. Life is also about the spirit. It's also about sacred moments. And when the section of the Torah talks about Shavuot, it mentions that it is chukat olam bechol moshvotechem ledorotechem. This will be an eternal law throughout all your dwelling places and all your generations. As long as we don't lose sight of the sacredness of time, we will persevere. So do we reopen? At some point, I know we'll have to. We'll do it smart, carefully, with masks, maintaining distance. Some will take advantage of the opening up. Others will be concerned and will be at higher risk and will be afraid to do so too quickly. One thing I do understand, the risk is always going to be there. As we reopen, there's going to be a fluctuation in the COVID-19 cases. There's going to be more illness. It's going to go up and down. And so opening up will be tricky. But eventually we will figure it out. We will hit a point where there'll be enough herd immunity, either through vaccines or through enough people being exposed, that it will be more and more safe to open up and come together. But as long as we don't lose sight of sacred time, of being part of a community, even if we have to meet virtually, then we will persevere. Amen.